Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports. Your search is over for your Tundra. You are looking at an absolutely gorgeous 2005 Toyota Tundra SR5, true crew cab, 4 doors, 60,000 original and documented miles, and an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous truck. I'm the owner of Davis Autosports. I bought all of our Tundras that we've ever had in inventory, and this is definitely in the top percentile of all of our Tundras, which speaks highly of our trucks because we only buy the cleanest, nicest Tundras we can get our hands on. Locally owned. This was a one-owner truck up to about 3 months ago. Carfax shows it as a 2-owner because of the second owner where it was traded in at Pohanka Honda. A good friend of mine runs that facility. They titled it, so Carfax counts that as a owner. But this thing is absolutely gorgeous. So if you're familiar with Tundras, you may know a lot about what I'm going to speak on this video. And if you're unfamiliar, I'm going to educate you on some things. Toyota used, let's just call it not so good paint process when painting their Tundras. If you look at especially this color, our last 4 Tundras that we've had in that were this color, we had to do a lot of previous paint work to just due to fading, thin clear coat, all sorts of issues that these Tundras have. You'll notice the paint on this thing is absolutely brand new. It's gorgeous. The flares have a tendency to paint. The top of the fenders have a tendency to paint. The top of the doors, the hoods, the roofs. And this truck is absolutely gorgeous with 0 issues. There's so many reasons why I think this is probably the nicest Tundra overall on the market. So we're shooting this in 4K. Please make sure that you view this in 4K. Perfect fender flare, perfect fender here. Roof is beautiful. Hood is beautiful. We'll do some close-ups of that. I don't know of there being one single chip or anything on the entire windshield. Take a look down the driver's side. It is absolutely gorgeous. This paint, which you're not able to obviously feel, super smooth finish. My crew here did our full paint correction service on this as well. So it's been fully wet sanded, compound polished, buffed, sealed, and it's just beautiful. You do not find these trucks in this condition. It's got a little bit of surface dirt on the tires and everything. I drove it today, drove it to lunch, so it's got just a little bit of road debris on it, if you will. 60,000 miles on these trucks, nearly impossible to find. I mean, just a gorgeous, gorgeous truck. Usually this color shows a ton of rock chips. I'm gonna scan this entire hood. Check out this bumper. And this thing is just beautiful. Wheels are also in great condition. Very, very smooth paint. That's part of our wet sanding process. Now, as nice as this truck is, you have to please expect some very minor, and when I say that, it's not a I got you thing, just very, very minor rock chips or small little tiny scratches that have been touched up. The biggest scratch on this entire truck is right here. But when I say small chips, I mean just little tiny imperfections here and there, usually down at the lower rockers. Scratch there, scratch there. The inside of this truck is absolutely mint. Every single panel on this truck has a factory issue VIN plate, perfectly intact as well. Non-smoker. I mean, this thing is mint. If you see any sort of variance in color, how it's dark gray there, light gray, that's just the velour material. Seatbelt buckles look brand new. Bolsters are beautiful. Steering wheel is like new. Top of the wheel's perfect. Still has all the grain, no cracking of the dash. All the white on the buttons are perfect. All the little things to look for on a pristine truck. All the screw heads are very clean. Seat brackets are clean. All the keys, all the remotes. Got to check out this engine bay. Look how clean this thing is. We didn't degrease it. We didn't pressure wash it. No tire shine. Just a beautiful. I mean, look at that rear firewall. Look at all the lines, all the fittings, all the screws. Beautiful example. Factory VIN plate, VIN plate, VIN plate. I mean, still has the stickers on everything. I mean, just beautiful truck. Look how clean the door jambs are. Rockers are perfect all the way around. Dog legs perfect. Rear corner cabs perfect. Factory issued VIN plate. Look at that door. Our Tundras typically last a day or two. I've actually had people get mad at me. All books and manuals, all keys. Four-wheel drive, obviously. I've had people get really upset at me for not responding to their email right away, which is impossible to do that with as many as we get. But these Tundras go extremely quick. Oh, one thing too that I want to show you guys. Let me get underneath the truck. So if you're familiar with these trucks, you know what I'm getting ready to show you. And if you're not familiar with them, this is a very common thing. And this is a service that we do on a ton of Tundras. We actually have a customer's Tundra in our shop right now that we're doing this exact service to. We didn't do it on this truck, but the previous owner did it. So if you're familiar with these trucks, so this right here, let me get further back here. So this right here is the factory frame. And if you see how thin it is, one of the thinner spots on this truck is in this area right here. And what this customer, the previous owner, rightfully did is he put a thick plate. So if you look at
I know it's hard to tell. So if you look at the distance between my pointer finger and my thumb, that's the plate that he had in. And then watch it go down. See how my fingers are almost touching here? And then here it's much thicker. So much thicker plate was installed. It's about a foot long on a weak spot where these frames get really, really thin. And he did the same thing on the other side to give this frame extra strength. And that's a very, most people don't do that. And what happens when you don't do it, that section of the frame starts to get real thin. It starts to lose its strength and rigidity. And then it can even start to, once it gets thin enough, start to rust. So that's been taken care of before it got bad. Interior is just truly spotless. If you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. Let's go ahead and do a quick test drive. All the electrical components have been tested. They all work absolutely perfect. That light in the dash is just a tire monitor sensor. So one of the errors is a couple PSI low. Truck literally drives like new. If you guys have any questions, once again, 855-955-3377. Thank you.